The mental health system relies heavily on medication and on counselling. And I think what we've learned is that people need more than that. I set up Tātautahi Creative Spaces about 7 years ago, and I guess I saw a need in Christchurch for something different. It was the post-earthquake environment. What we're trying to do here is uncover the world of creativity and play and find joy in simple creative processes.
Oh, actually this is a little scary. The outside will be white, I've got a blue inside, and my sunflowers will be yellow and brown. Sunflowers have a really deep meaning for me because they're really big and they're really beautiful, but they still need support. Being here, everything just feels safe and homely, and yeah, it helps me to channel everything that's going on in my life. It makes a really big difference for me.
Where would you like, do you want to do it here? So we've got Unleashed in the studio today. The Unleashed is mostly young people between about 18 and 25 and mostly connected with us through mental health services. We have relationships with mental health services throughout Christchurch. It's really important to us that people with the greatest need have access to our services.
I just want a garden in the middle of nowhere. Probably the safest place to be.
What would you have in your garden?
Yams. Lots of yams.
Coming here kind of gives them the opportunity to step outside of their anxiety and rediscover their sense of who they are and see themselves as an artist. From that, we see amazing changes.
Yeah, I've been drawing for about 5 years. My style's changed over the years though, like my stuff up here is a bit different. It's very gestural, but I'm trying to get back into more detailed sort of stuff, which is the white charcoal is helping with. I never really get talked to about mental health or anything from any of my friends. I feel like they'll just hide it. No, I'm open about it. I've talked about my psychosis with pretty much every single one of my mates, and if anything, it's made me stronger as a person. I feel like just being verbal about it helps a lot.
I find that what OCS provides me is primarily structure and being able to get out and socialise. Just taking little steps and being able to sort of establish a routine where I'm leaving and going out and doing something is really beneficial for my stability.
Yeah, I would say that the community part of here is just as important as the creativity, the emphasis on creating together and having people around.
I think as society becomes less of a community and more industrial, it makes people feel more disconnected.
It's a pretty tricky world for young people, and the COVID pandemic has made things a whole lot harder. So we send Suitcase Studios homes now, but the idea is that wherever you are, you can keep creating. So this is a mosaics Suitcase studio, so we're putting in lots of mosaic broken tiles and glass, caulking gun, glue, chamomile tea, and a beautiful book about mosaics. So the idea is that people have everything they need. The word that comes to mind is transformation. When people first come here, they are often cautious and anxious, and very quickly, once they're settled, once they feel a sense of belonging, they take on amazing challenges.
Have you had any of your works in an exhibition?
I have, yeah. Sold a few.
We've seen people go on to paid work, on to study, and just really overcome the challenges that they have in their lives.
Just gives me the space to find out who I am, and not just as a nurse, not just as someone who had a breakdown, not just as a parent, but finding me.
We've actually just got to reimagine the mental health system and focus on wider opportunities than just medication and counselling. Those things are really important, but they help people survive. They're not enough to help people thrive.
I think it would be really beneficial to have it almost like a recommended treatment because sometimes these things are kind of hard to come across unless you come across the right person.
We'd like health professionals to have more options when they're prescribing medication or prescribing counselling. We'd really like to see them being able to prescribe art and creativity to help their patients.